Title Shadows of February. Setting Washington, D.C., February 2000. Plot summary. In the cold, unforgiving grip of February 2000, the nation's capital is blanketed in snow. While most of Washington, D.C. is shut down due to a historic blizzard, an invisible war is being waged in the shadows of the city's cold, quiet streets. The CIA has intercepted chatter about an imminent narcotics shipment set to pass through the East Coast. Rumor has it that a new cartel known only as Los Espectros has established a connection with an underground Russian syndicate. The syndicate, infamous for its ruthless espionage tactics, aims to expand its influence in the American narcotics market. Their operation isn't just about drugs, it's a cover for a much more dangerous exchange: classified intelligence stolen from the Pentagon. All main characters. 1. Agent Sarah Bennett, a seasoned CIA operative specializing in counterintelligence. Haunted by the mysterious death of her mentor 3 years earlier during an operation in Moscow, Sarah is known for her intuition and fierce determination. She has a reputation for going off script and diving deep into dangerous situations. Number 2. Nikolai Petrov, a Russian sleeper agent embedded in the US for over a decade. Known for his skills in manipulation and disguise, Petrov is a master strategist. He serves as the point man for the syndicate's operations in America, bridging the gap between Russian espionage and the narcotics trade. 3. Miguel El Sombra Vargas, the elusive and enigmatic leader of Los Espectros. Born into a life of crime in Mexico City, Vargas is known for his brutal tactics and seemingly supernatural ability to stay one step ahead of the law. Little is known about his face or identity, making him as much of a ghost as his moniker suggests. 4. An ambitious and morally gray DEA agent who has been trailing Los Espectros for years. He has informants deep within the cartel, but is suspected of having his own hidden agenda. Tommy's obsession with Vargas has clouded his judgment, and he sees this operation as his chance for redemption or ruin. Act 1, The Unseen Hand. The story opens with Sarah Bennett being pulled from an assignment in Europe. She is called back to Langley to lead a task force investigating an alarming new alliance between Los Espectros and a Russian spy network. After a tense briefing with her superiors, Sarah learns of a leaked dossier detailing CIA assets in Eastern Europe, rumored to be part of an illicit trade happening in D.C. in a matter of days. Sarah's instincts tell her that this operation is about more than just narcotics. It's a smokescreen for a larger espionage plot. Her suspicions are confirmed when she receives a tip from a trusted source. A Russian agent named Nikolai Petrov is orchestrating the trade. She decides to go undercover in the city's dark underbelly to find Petrov and uncover the true extent of his operation. Meanwhile, Tommy Reynolds receives his own lead from a cartel informant. He learns about a mysterious meeting scheduled to take place in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of D.C. With his career on the line, Tommy decides to follow the lead without informing his superiors, suspecting that this could be his moment to take down Vargas. Act 2, A Dance of Shadows. As the blizzard intensifies, the stakes rise. Sarah infiltrates the world of petty crooks and smugglers, piecing together clues that lead her to Nikolai Petrov's hideout. She narrowly escapes an ambush, but manages to retrieve a flash drive containing cryptic messages. With the help of a trusted hacker, she deciphers the code, revealing that the trade involves a list of undercover agents in Moscow in exchange for a shipment of high-grade heroin. Meanwhile, Tommy's path converges with Sarah's when they both end up at the same warehouse. The atmosphere is thick with tension as they realize they are on the same side, yet their motives differ. Sarah wants to prevent a national security breach, while Tommy is singularly focused on nabbing Vargas. A shaky alliance forms between the two as they navigate a maze of double crosses and shifting allegiances. At the warehouse, Nikolai Petrov is overseeing the exchange between his Russian counterparts and Vargas's men. The cold air is filled with the sounds of whispered conversations and the loading of goods. Sarah and Tommy, hidden in the shadows, prepare to strike. But just as they are about to make their move, they are betrayed. Tommy's informant has sold them out. A firefight ensues. Amid the chaos, Sarah manages to confront Petrov. Their exchange is tense. He hints at her mentor's death and suggests that there are deeper conspiracies at play. Before Sarah can extract more information, Petrov escapes into the night, leaving Sarah with more questions than answers. Act 3. The Final Exchange. Sarah and Tommy regroup, their trust in each other now hanging by a thread. They realize that the only way to stop the trade and prevent the leak of classified information is to locate Vargas himself. The two track down a high-ranking member of Los Espectros, extracting the location of Vargas's hidden lair, a derelict mansion on the outskirts of D.C., where the final exchange is set to occur. As they infiltrate the mansion, they witness a chilling scene. Vargas and Petrov are both present, surrounded by armed guards. It becomes clear that Vargas isn't just a drug lord, he's a key player in an international espionage game. The final trade is about to take place: classified American intelligence for Russian narcotics. With time running out, Sarah and Tommy launch a desperate attack. The ensuing battle is a blur of gunfire, explosions, and hand-to-hand combat. Sarah corners Petrov in a secluded room and they engage in a brutal fight. She finally overpowers him, demanding answers about her mentor's death. Petrov smirks and tells her that the truth will die with him. In a last-ditch effort, he lunges at her, and Sarah is forced to shoot him. Meanwhile, Tommy faces off against Vargas. The two men, both haunted by their own demons, clash violently. Just as Vargas gains the upper hand, a shot rings out. Sarah has intervened, saving Tommy's life. Vargas flees into the night, leaving a bloody trail in the snow. Epilogue: Shadows and Light. In the aftermath, the operation is deemed a success, but at a great cost. Nikolai Petrov is dead, and the intelligence leak is averted, but Vargas remains at large. The CIA is shaken by the revelation that their own internal security was breached, and Sarah is left with a chilling realization. Her mentor's death was part of a larger conspiracy, one that reaches into the highest echelons of power. Tommy Reynolds, though wounded, gains some measure of redemption, but his obsession with Vargas has only deepened. As Sarah stands in the cold DC night, staring at the snow-covered streets, she knows that the war is far from over. Shadows still loom, and new threats will emerge from the darkness. But for now, she breathes in the cold, crisp air, knowing that she has survived another day in the murky world of espionage and narcotics. As the snow falls gently around her, she prepares for the next mission, wherever it may lead. End of story.